some of us, we don't want to face that dark side. Some of us, we run from the past. Some of us, we can't let things go that we've been through, and we haven't understood yet. Those are the reasons why you haven't grown. You're never gonna grow if you can't accept things. I definitely get it. It's hard to understand. It's hard to understand, why has God put me in this position? Why every time I gotta go through this? Why every time I gotta be the person to do that? That's your test though, bro. You're being tested right now. Instead of focusing on what you're going through and who's doing what to you, try to focus on how you respond. Try that. You ever paid attention to that? I know a lot of us haven't. I'm just now doing that in 2024 as a 27-year-old grown black man. And this is things I should have been worked on before, but I'm understanding this plays a big factor in how you grow as a man. You can't hold on to trauma and expect to grow. You gotta understand it, understand it, overstand it, right? And then you'll be able to accept it in your way. You can't forget about things you've been through, and we all know that. That's what you got a memory for, right? That's what you got a brain for, is to remember things. You have a conscious mind that will take a drift sometimes where you can't control it, and you have to gain control of that somehow, some way. But usually, as a man, when you are locking in on your purpose, you forget about stuff like that, bro. It doesn't bother you. It doesn't worry you, because you know that you are living in your purpose. So regardless of what happened or what you've been through, it doesn't matter anymore, bro. It doesn't matter, because you know who you are as a man. And if your life revolves around a girlfriend or a woman, you're gonna have it bad too, bro. You're gonna have it bad too, bro, because now that's another person that has control over you. And nobody wants to be controlled. Nobody wants to be, okay, she can tap into my emotions and make me have a bad day today. You gotta have power over yourself, man. That's your lady, that's your woman, that's your wife. That's amazing. But nobody should ever tell you how to feel. Think about that. Somebody step on your shoes, somebody step on your toes, however you want to say it, and then they trigger you. Now you're going off of a trigger. We've just seen another grown man operate in his masculine energy in the most toxic way possible and wonder, what is he thinking? Why is he acting like that? And man, I would hate to be that type of guy. See, those types of men haven't tapped into their inner child, because we think that every year that we turn a new age, every year we get older, we think that we turn into a new person. And no, that 12-year-old you that went through trauma, that went through damage, that 11-year-old you that got forgotten about, that got abandoned, they're still a part of you. You understand that? So you have to repair your inner child. You have to heal your inner child to have control over you as an adult. This is why we have so many toxic masculine men that are in jail or dead for making bad decisions, because they're too emotional. You got to have emotional intelligence as well. You got to have emotional control too. Those are two different things. And if you don't know what that is, then I would make that my next assignment, because you will never be able to grow as a man if you don't have any emotional control over yourself. You are a dangerous individual, very dangerous. And the sooner you understand that, the better you will become as a man, bro. I promise you. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect at all. But don't blame what you've been through on who you are now. That's just you tapping into your inner child. You was 12, 30 years ago, yet you still respond to the same trigger the same way you did when you was 12. How can you say you're growing? We got to do better as men, man. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you a reminder. And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking with you, because I'm going through this as well. So remember, choose peace and choose you, man.
If the world was ending, would you cry or would you try to